Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a mid-monthly reading for all of the signs from mid-month May 2018, focusing specifically on the areas of love and relationships and career and finances. For the love and relationships portion of the reading, I'll be using the Chrysalis Tarot by Holly Sierra. And we'll pull an additional oracle card from the Romance Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. And for the career and finance portion, I'll use the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti and pull an oracle card from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can connect with me in a number of ways. The most, the quickest and newest way would be by using the INSTANTGO app on your iPhone or smartphone. It's a great new app that can put us in touch with each other very quickly. If it's just sort of a quick question that you have, we can message each other on it. So I would encourage you to take a look at that. Information for it is in the description box below, but you can just search me up by Changing Phases Tarot once you install the app. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. You'll find information about the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing for the readings. Now, for this month as well, just another reminder, at the end of the month on May 29th, we will be having the next full moon. It's the full moon in Sagittarius, and it's the flower moon. So I'll be putting out, like I usually do, I'll put out a special full moon tarot spread for the full moon, and I also do a giveaway. So be looking out for the special video for the giveaway. And if you're interested, you can you'll watch the video to find out how you can enter into the giveaway to win a free reading with me. It's a one question reading, but I do a 10-card Celtic cross spread, much like I do for the monthly readings. And it's just something that I like to do to give back to everybody who likes my videos and comes on and watches them and subscribes to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So it's just a little something that I do to give back. All right, so I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Libra, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-May reading. As you can see, I've already shuffled off camera and have laid the spread, really just to save a little bit of time. So let's get into it. We'll start off with the career and finance portion of your reading. You have in the past position the Four of Swords, followed by, in the present, the Page of Wands, and the outbound energy for the month of May, heading into June, Six of Wands. And the card that was at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the 2-week period, is the Eight of Cups. And your Life Purpose Oracle card, called Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Which is interesting because I definitely get here that for some of you, maybe even many of you, there might be a change in your career coming in over the next couple of weeks. And I'll get into why I say that. And then, after I go through the main reading, I'll read you the full meaning for the Oracle card here. Starting off with the Four of Swords in the past position. The Suit of Swords, it deals with our thoughts. It's the suit of the intellect, right? The mind, cerebral energy. It's where we come up with our ideas. It's where we set our intentions. And as you can see, and it's interesting because, let me show you, the Protected card, you see they're both wearing armor here, right? Our Four of Swords, we have this man wearing armor, and then we also have the man on the career change. So, for some of you, I would say a very few of you, there could be something to do with wearing, some type of body armor. There could be a career that involves, wearing some type of protective clothes, whether this is in, what am I trying to say? Like in the forces, like, the army, something like that, where you have to wear protective gear. It could be, in the police force, wearing protective gear. Could even be, something like working in a laboratory where you have to wear protective goggles or something to do with protection, and needing to protect yourself. But anyway, going back to the Four of Swords, it's fours are stability in the tarot. But this particular four, it has to do with, like you can see the person doing here, has to do with recharging. This person looks completely exhausted, just worn out, needing to retreat and take that time necessary to reflect, to think about where to go from here, to recharge, yourself mentally and physically and emotionally. So for some of you, there could, and based on, let me get to the sort of bring in this overall energy of the Eight of Cups, so I can talk about that a little bit before I get into the other cards here. So, this, I think, there could be something to do with, walking away from a situation, could be a job, because the Eight of Cups in the tarot, it's one of the two transition cards, and you actually have in your other reading, you have the other transition card, which is the Six of Swords. But the Eight of Cups has to do with turning your back, walking away from something that no longer fulfills you, no longer brings you, that emotional fulfillment or joy or happiness, in search of something that hopefully will bring you, that greater. You see here that there are all the cups are sort of fallen over, and this man, he's looking much like the kind of like the Three of Wands, where he's surveying the horizon. He's sort of focused on what's coming up ahead for him. And so I get that, there is this, for some of you, there is this turning your back on a situation or a job or, something like that, and setting off or, going towards something that's going to bring you greater joy. So going back to the Four of Swords, I think that there could be this, time of reflection where you're sort of, maybe you have been very tired in your current position. If this is a job it's been quite difficult, and so you're retreating now. You're reflecting on now what, and where do I go from here? And what you have coming up in the present position, obviously present, time being malleable, and present whenever you hear this message, you have the Page of Wands. And usually, I see the pages as the bearers of news. It could be a person. When we have court cards in a reading, they can be people. So this would typically be a younger fire sign individual, male or female. They're not, not gender specific in these general readings, but a younger person. So Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But again, I see this more as, an event, just news coming in, because pages are the bearers of news, right? They bring in news about something. And with this Page of Wands, it's definitely, linked to either news of a new job, news of a new project, a new creative endeavor. This Page of Wands is, the energy of this card. It's very exciting. It has to do with sort of, it's a very creative energy, and it's this person, if this is a person, or if this is just, this event, or you taking on the energy of this Page of Wands. This is somebody who really likes to think outside of the box. This is somebody who is very, is very excited, about the prospect of new things. So possibly news of a new job coming in, and feeling very excited about that. And then you have this Victory card, right? The Six of Wands, which is more fire energy. The suit of fire itself deals with the day-to-day matters in life. So, it involves the work that we do, has to do with the home, chores around the home, but it's also creative projects, creative endeavors. it's our own determination and drive and ambition and passion for doing those things. And the Six of Wands is the victory card, right? You can see that the man, he's riding in here on his horse and he's receiving all types of, praise, accolades. So, it's kind of a job well done. Sometimes this card appears when you're receiving a promotion. Could be this is news of the new job, and then, celebration. Your people are noticing your accomplishments. But definitely new projects, new careers, new job offers, a new horizon, like new, I want to say landscape. I don't know why I want to say landscape, but new, something new coming in for you. And it's definitely, very good. It's successful. And then you have this protected card. Let me read you, let me find my guidebook, to read you the full meaning for this life purpose card. It says, protected. The angels reassure you that it's safe for you to make a career transition and that you will be supported along the way, provided you listen to and follow your inner guidance. This card indicates that the time is ripe for you to make this change. Hold the intention that this change will allow you to bring more blessings into the world, as an attitude of selfless service will allay the ego's insecurities. The more you focus upon service, the less your ego will try to delay your happiness. You, like everyone, have a unique and much needed life purpose that awaits you with open arms. When you fully commit to helping others through your purpose, the doors of opportunity and support open wide. Your career transition will ride upon the smooth wings of the angels as long as you're focused upon serving a higher good. Continue to call upon the angels for guidance, support, and protection throughout your manifestation. If you find yourself feeling insecure or nervous, put your entire focus on service. When you intend to serve a purpose, that's when your purpose will begin to serve you. So it's very interesting. I mean, I do get, with this protection, and then this, in this particular deck, this knight is just, he's protected. He's wearing this protective garment, there's this armor here, and then this change, and you're walking away from something, right? You're surveying the horizon, you're debating where to go from here, and you're turning your back on what you have been doing. This could be a job that you have been doing that it's just been really draining, and you're not happy there anymore. It could be a new creative project coming up for you. Maybe this creative project, maybe you can do it on the side. Maybe it's not necessarily at this point, walking away from your career, but you're sort of looking, at other things that could maybe bring you income on the side that you could possibly develop into, a more permanent revenue stream. But then you have this victory card. So whatever this is that if there's news that comes in, if there's something that you're, seriously debating, you're making the move here, you're going towards whatever this new opportunity is, new job, new project, I would say definitely do it. You're protected and you have this art of victory. So, go for it. Don't be scared. Take that step out into the unknown, and the cards are definitely encouraging you to follow that. So, all right, good. Let's move on here. We'll move on to your love and relationship part of the reading. So we have, in the past position, the Six of Scrolls, which in the traditional tarot is the Six of Swords, which, like I was mentioning, the two transition cards that we think of in the tarot are the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. So this is another transition card. It does sit in the past position. In the present, you have the Ace of Mirrors. This would be the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot. And the outbound energy for the month of May, the Two of Mirrors, the Two of Cups. Beautiful. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the 2-week period, you have the Acrobat. This is the Page of Stones, or the Page of Pentacles. In this deck, the Acrobat. I'll get into the different meanings. This Chrysalis tarot deck, it has slightly different meanings for some of the cards, especially like the court cards, the major arcana cards. So I'll talk about that. And then the Romance Angels card that came out for you is forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Which is interesting. Again, I feel that this card really does tie in well with your reading, because you have this Six of Swords in the past position, which speaks of, moving away from something into something better, right? And so you're releasing that, leaving that. It does sit in the past position, and then to have or experience more love in your present moment, you have this beautiful Ace of Cups here, which is all about, offerings of love sitting in the present position. So that's quite interesting. All right, let's get into it here. I'll start with the overall energy of the Page of Stones. So like I mentioned up here with this Page of Wands, this could be an actual person. If so, then this Page of Stones would typically be a younger earth sign individual. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, male or female. But it's a younger person, so like teenager or early 20s, that type of age. And this person, is earth energy, and the suit of stones or suit of pentacles, it deals with the material things, right? It's tangible, material prosperity, things here in the material realm that we can actually grasp, and touch and feel, such as the things that we can buy with the money that we earn. It has to do with our jobs. It's home, it's family. It's also knowledge, right? Knowledge, education. It's everything here in the material realm, that tangible kind of energy. Now I'll give you the more sort of traditional meaning for the Page of Pentacles, and then I'll talk about the specific meaning of this card, in this particular deck, because like I showed you, she's called the Acrobat, and you can see that she's, sort of flying through the air, right? There's this little monkey behind her. So it does have a slightly different meaning in this deck, but, typically, traditionally, the Page of Pentacles, this is somebody who's very, kind of very upbeat, right? Has a good, positive outlook about reaching his or her goals, whatever his or her dreams are. Has to do with reaching that material success, that having that material comfort in life, being prosperous, right? And, this can be sort of manifestation, like this card oftentimes appears when there's manifestation of something, manifesting your dreams. Now, could be this person, but I typically, see pages as, like I said up here with the Page of Wands, as messengers. So they bring in news of something, right? This is a messenger of something that is, related to possibly reaching a dream, right? And in this particular deck, as the Acrobat, obviously, acrobats are sort of flying through the air. And so it can have to do with transition, this transitioning from one thing to another. Think of them catching the bar and then transitioning across to the other bar to make it across the sky, the top of the what am I trying to say, the tent, the circus tent. So it's that type of transitioning, which you do have the transition card. And then this card in this deck, it also speaks of perspective, which is interesting because it's, obviously much like the hanging man or the hanged man, who gains a new perspective by, being in that upside down position, by flying overhead and, being up above everybody else. Obviously, this person has, a different vantage point. So it's also about a new perspective, right? And gaining a new perspective, or gaining perspective on something. It also has to do with, rising above, like troubles. If there's some type of situation, it's about rising above that, gaining perspective. And as a messenger, the Acrobat also brings in like news, right? Good news. So it's good news coming in. It could be kind of, quickly, even though the Suit of Pentacles is sort of slower moving, but because she, of this Acrobat kind of flowing, coming in, it could be, this, kind of quick news coming in and unexpected developments. So all of that, is the overall energy for the next couple of weeks. Now, tying that in with your cards here, the Six of Scrolls or Six of Swords sitting in the past position, this is a card of transition, and usually we think of it as transitioning out of, choppy waters, difficult situation, and moving into calmer waters, moving into, a better situation. In the traditional tarot, this card, it shows, there's the woman and the child, and she's sailing away, sailing out of choppy waters into calmer waters. So it's, we usually think of it as there's improvement, right? You're leaving, if it's a relationship, if it's a situation, if it's a person, you're leaving something that maybe things had been quite difficult, and then you're moving into, a better situation or a better period. If this is, within a relationship, if you're in a relationship with somebody, this could be, working something out, and it could have to do with this gaining perspective. This is you, working through, those difficult things, and then leaving behind that difficult phase in your relationship. And it does sit in the past position here. And then moving into, this could be some type of renewal in the relationship, reconciliation, getting back together after gaining a new perspective here. This card also has to do with, in this particular deck, consolation. And so it's, there is sort of this new cycle involved here, right? But there's also learning involved. There's also, sorry, there's sirens going by. There's also, there's learning, but there's growth. And then there's new perspective, right? And you see that the way that they're coming together, this woman, instead of sort of going away and leaving, look, she's facing this elephant head on here. You see that? So there's, there's sort of harmony in this card as well. There's peace, there's harmony, there's this meeting of the minds, this coming together. So different messages coming through, with this Six of Scrolls in this particular deck. So there could be, for some of you, it sits in the past, it could have been, leaving behind a difficult part of your relationship, because then the other cards that are coming in here are beautiful. You have the Ace of Cups or Ace of Mirrors followed by the Two of Cups. So this is, new offerings of love followed by the soulmate card. So, which is why I say there could be, I kind of see that this could be two different groups of people. One group who possibly left a situation in the past, left a relationship, and then, there's something completely new coming in here for you. And then another group, this could be within the current relationship, there's a meeting of the mind, there's a seeing things from, the other person's point of view, this coming together, and then this renewed, this renewal of love within the relationship, and then the taking of this renewed love to the next level, because both of these cards here, the present and the future position cards, they both speak of, it's cups energy. So this is emotions and feelings and love and relationships. And the Ace of Mirrors or Ace of Cups, this is a beautiful, this is blessed energy, right? This is this, this divine gift, the hand of the universe extending this gift out to you, and so it's wonderful. It's this offering, this brand new offering of love. Could be that, that beginning of a relationship, and then followed by the, this Two of Cups, which is the Two of Mirrors, which is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card, right? This is the soulmate card. It's about seeing yourself in that other person, right? And they're wearing the mirrors, and it's sort of that mirror. You see, even they're making like the heart shape with their necks here. And so it's that seeing yourself in the other person. It's finding that soulmate connection where, that deep mutual, connection, right? You see yourself in that other person. This could be taking the relationships to the next level. This could be engagement. This could be getting married. Could be moving in together, so some type of commitment going on here. This could be again, a new romance. And if so, this could just be, seeing, really having that beautiful bond with this other individual. But there's definitely, some type of, it's almost healing. And I don't usually get healing off of this Six of Scrolls here, the Six of Swords, but I'm picking up sort of healing. And then with all this beautiful, healing type of watery energy here, there's definitely something going on with either healing a relationship or healing of yourself, like physically or, emotionally. I mean, and then this beautiful new either new relationship or, a new phase of your current relationship. Now let me find my guidebook to read this Forgiving and Learning card to see how that ties in. And this one says, the romance angels have heard your desire for great love, and they bring you this card as guidance. They see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. The angels know that you've been hurt before and that you're wary of being hurt again. Yet your defenses are creating barriers to allow love into your life. As you heal your past, you won't keep recreating it. After all, you attract into your life the situations and relationships that remind you of what you've already experienced, because that is a primary tool of healing. To change to a healthier relationship pattern, it's necessary to detoxify any old anger, blame, or unforgiveness you may be holding. This includes forgiving yourself. If you call upon the angels and ask them to help you release and heal your past, they'll clear away the heaviness so that your heart can soar with happiness. Yeah, I'm definitely getting healing. I think this ties in very well about learning and then releasing, getting rid of, if this was a difficult part, a phase in your current relationship, put that behind you, have this meeting of the minds here, come together. And then, there's this beautiful things definitely coming, can happen once you do that. If this is, beginning a brand new relationship, then leave all of this, if there is any sort of pain or hurt, leave that in the past and allow for this, allow this transition into this beautiful new relationship. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.